decided I didn't do a live broadcast yesterday because many factors. One, that I only got 2 hours of sleep yesterday. Pretty sure I'm getting sick. Like my friend said today, spring activates my sinuses or something. I don't know. So I don't know if I should do the poems from the 19th. I think I'm just going to do the poems from the 20th and we'll see how we feel. I'm not feeling my best, so of course I look like a mess. But we'll start with my poems from 2023 from my little notebook that I have. Okay, and we'll see how we do. All right, this one's called Before I Leave. Before getting on a jet plane to my homeland, I must be sure there are no loose ends left to tie. Everything is set to be okay without me. I need to have all of my affairs in order, so there are no worries while I'm in a different country. Okay, this poem needs a lot of work. I'm glad that I have no viewers right now. I think edited it once I typed it up. God, I hope that was a lot. Or not. Okay. And this one is called, so this poem's are actually like right before I went on my trip to Peru in 2023, so it'll be interesting. Crush materials. Crush material. I crush boxes and pretend they're the heads of my enemies. And while this may seem crazy, it gives me peace, pretending they're dead so they could never hurt me or anyone else ever again. That's pretty self-explanatory. I worked at Kroger and we had a baler where we would put our boxes and crush them. So yeah. Anyways, so the next one is called Silver Lining. I know and understand myself way better now, and it took, okay, let me try this again. Silver lining. I know and understand myself way better now, and it only took 42 years to grow this wise. I've always been intense, dramatic, loving, creative, nurturing, depressive, emotional, intelligent, introspective. But some of these things I've tried to hide from people in my life out of fear I wouldn't be accepted or they leave. And while that has been a warranted fear, I'm tired of hiding my authentic self in all of my cringy and dramatic glory. I no longer care who loves me, who accepts me, who leaves me. I'm making damn sure that I'm the only one who matters to me in my heroine's journey. That one's just pretty self-explanatory. Another poem about empowerment. How many poems about empowerment can I write until I feel empowered, right? Well, apparently it's many. The answer is like, there is no number. Okay, we'll move on to 2025. What did I write on the 20th, right? Hungry. This was right when I came back to work, so this is going to be interesting. What poems did my work inspire when I came back last year? Hungry. The hungry beast inside awakens. There's much more I'm meant for. There's better things waiting for me. And I need to gather all of my courage and confidence. There's a new journey to embark on. That one is very interesting to write when I came back to work. All right, hold on. I'm gonna say awakening. For the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm 100% recharged, revitalized. Understanding this journey. Wait, let me start this again. This one is really weird. Okay. And recharge. Okay, anyway. Awakening. For the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm at 100% and recharged, revitalized, and understanding this painful journey was necessary. Perhaps my BPD was in my diseased hip that my doctors cut out of me. Because now I feel bright and sunny, like this is season of spring that's all upon us. Let's start this poem over again. It's a long poem. Awakening. For the first time in a long time, I feel I'm at 100% and recharged, revitalized. Understanding this painful journey was necessary. Perhaps my BPD was in my diseased hip that my doctors cut out of me. Because now I feel bright and sunny, like this season of spring that's upon us. Because now I've awakened this hunger inside of me, ready to conquer my leftover insecurities and keep on going with my current journey, making me appreciate everything lost and everything gained in this moment. A clarity that's the first part of me becoming the woman I would have been jealous of in a previous life. Okay, so that is a very, like, I'm gonna be so empowered now that I've come back to work, which is very interesting. Okay, Yahad. Actually, this one is a translation from the poem that I just read from 2023. Yahad. Yahad. Antes de viajar a mi patria, necesito estar segura que no hay algo más flojo. Viajar. Antes de viajar a mi patria, necesito estar segura que no haya algo flojo, que todo va a estar bien sin mí. Necesito que todos mis asuntos estén en orden y que no haya preocupaciones mientras esté en un continente diferente. This one sounds better for reasons because it is in Spanish. Tower moment. This is going to be very interesting. Tower moment. Tower moment in the surgery room. This will be my before and after yet another. Wait. Tower moment. Tower moment in the surgery room. This will be my before and after yet another rock bottom, except this time I wake up happy, sane, relieved from a heavy burden that's been weighing on me since I don't know when. Fast forward 6 weeks later, and I'm able to assess the past decade and everything I put myself, my body, my mind through to get to my last tower moment. Often I thought the destination, the next spot I landed on was the prize, but today I think the journey is just as important, just as meaningful, just as victorious. Because I'm in awe that despite everything I've been through, I'm still here, breathing, living, and full of hope. That's another poem about empowerment. Oh my God, I look so sick. Renewal. I always bloom in spring, sometimes renewal. I always bloom in spring. Something about the flowers, something about the weather warms me up. It lessens the darkness I tend to hold within, giving a renewal of hope, of faith, that even when I feel like the world is out to get me, I'll be okay. Undoing. With the aurora behind us, last goodbyes for exchange. We pretended they were see you laters to make us feel better, to make it less of an sting that this was the beginning of our undoing. White, everything white, everything pure, everything innocent, without stain, without evil, without perversion. How perfect we are when we are born until we grow up and sin for the first time. Only then are we truly human. I like that one. Today. Today I wish 44-year-old me had visited 36-year-old depressed me and told her everything will turn out just fine. Who decides? Everyone in a rush to fix you, to fix me, like there's so much wrong with us, like our existence is a crime, because we do things differently. Both of us called simpletons as children. My mommy couldn't defend me. She couldn't speak English, and I almost lost it on your doctor. Almost screamed at him. The world, judgment and cruel, constantly trying to pressure us to be normal. But who decides what is that anyway? Who decides that we're not as worthy as others because we're different, slower, steadier? Who decides our existence, our way of living, isn't just as valuable as others? I really like this poem. It needs a little work. But it was inspired by me and my son and how I think with him I got the sense of redemption for reasons. All right, and I think that's it. Let me go ahead and read a couple from 319 just because I think they're funny. Back in the day, dudes used to send girls poetry and love letters. Nowadays, they send them mixed signals, dick pics, eggplant emojis, one-word text, and a one-way ticket to therapy. Not sure what this says about today's society. It makes me wonder about what happened to chivalry. What happened to men who put a jacket down on a rain puddle so their girl could walk across it? Perhaps it's just a vintage romantic in me who still longs for the days past when men acted like men instead of these boys who just traumatize us. I really like that one. I think that should be read at open mic, because that's still part of the experience. Okay, do I have any from 320 that maybe I want to read? 319. Well, I didn't have any. Wait. Did I have any from yesterday? I think yesterday, I guess I did. There weren't that many poems that I read. Here, this was a cute little one, short one. Abstract. Love feels like an abstract concept I'll never understand. Love is a feeling I can write 1,000 poems about, but can't seem to hold on to. Love will always be something I want, but something that will always evade me. I really feel that one. Anyways, that was it. Thank you all for being here or not. All right.